Today, the gospel speaks of Jesus sending the apostles out two by two to preach and to drive out the devil and to also heal by anointing people. And in my 10 years or so of doing vlogs, I have talked about the sacraments, but have mainly focused on communion and on confession. And I haven't really talked a lot about others, so I'd like to touch on one today, the anointing of the sick. The anointing of the sick is a real sacrament. So, what are the sacraments? Well, the church has 7 different sacraments. And each one, when you receive a sacrament, you meet Jesus face to face. And also, you receive God's grace, which helps us through our lives. As a priest, I have anointed many sick people over the years. And it's quite interesting because there have been times that people have told me that when I've anointed them, that afterwards they feel healed. And it's not because of me or anything I did, it's because of the sacrament itself and also because of the person's faith. There are also people that I've anointed who have passed away. That doesn't mean that the sacrament was bad or useless. But remember, the sacrament can heal either physical and or the spiritual body. If I anoint a person and they then pass away, their spirit has become healed. So many times I think that people who are sick have not been healed, and once they are anointed, they then go ahead and pass away because they've been waiting for that. King James explains that in the letter, that the anointing is also a way of God to forgive their sins, which is healing their spirit. The oil that's used for the anointing is actually olive oil. So every year on Chrism Day, and that's, all around the world, we look at that as being the Thursday before Good Friday. The bishops will bless huge containers of olive oil that will then be used for anointing of the sick. The oil is then poured into small bottles and distributed to all the churches in the diocese. And the priests use those bottles of oil for anointing people. Now, anointing is for people that are really quite ill. It's not for someone who has a cold or some other minor illness. It's serious business. If also there are people who say, well, I want to be anointed so I don't get sick. Well, it doesn't work that way either. But if a person is near death, then they will be anointed. But if the person has already died, then we don't anoint them because the sacrament is for a living person to meet God. So I hope that my explaining of the sacrament of anointing of the sick gives you a better understanding. Thank you, and God bless you.